YouTube? I wanted to get a video out. Today is my birthday. I've turned 36 years old, and I just wanted to quickly thank everyone that has watched anything on my channel. I've been around for 10 years now, and it's freaking awesome. Today, I am going to do a TFT video explaining the game and my thought process, and actually looking for a little bit of advice, because I seem to be struggling a lot, and I'm not sure why. So for my veterans, I would love to get some information, and for my new people that haven't seen TFT before, I'm going to explain my every thought process, so you can learn the game at a pace that I'm learning it as well. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for always being a part of my content, and enjoy today's video. I'll see you around. Hello and welcome to some TFT. It looks like we have Vi to start. So for those that are new to TFT, welcome. For those that are veterans, I'm doing today's video to talk about the game in general, showcase what I know, and then find out what I'm missing. So I am open to all kinds of feedback from new players as well as old players. I'm currently in the middle of a tournament, and I have hit a wall, and I am unable to move past the silver 1/ like low gold barrier, and I don't know why. So I would love your help today. Thank you guys for logging in and checking out. Of course, make sure to like, subscribe, etc. And if you're not in the TFT, man, first off, thanks for watching this video for as long as you have. Second, let me know what you guys are missing from my channel, because I am in the middle of a tournament. I do want to finish this out, but we'll be moving on to other content in the future. Now, for now, you are started in a game here of TFT. You have 3 rounds of PvE. Oh my god, that's a really good row. Let's grab that. You are thrown into 3 rounds of PvE. You'll be given a assortment of things. These came from Vi, who you saw at the beginning. This is a lobby-specific thing. This happens every game, where some kind of character will show up and give you something. And in this case, we got 2 of these little tombstones that allow me to build an item. You are also trying to build a couple of quick comps out of what has been given to you here. Here I got a free silver Jax, which is nice to have. And I have a Veigar here on the right, who can be an okay carry with a few items, but nothing amazing has jumped out. But I want to make sure that I'm flexible, because after this first 3 rounds of PvE, we're going to get our first augment, which will kind of help dictate what we're going to do / build. We have a level 2 Poppy now, which opens up a Veigar composition. Let's go ahead and throw these on the board here for now, and go ahead and let them cook. And we have 1 AD item as well. If we combine this together, it becomes an IE, but by itself, it's a BF sword and a sparring gloves. And these can all build into certain different components, and you need to kind of learn these in order for you to be able to build out your comp. I would argue, and this is again my silver brain right now, as I try to get better at the game, I would argue, oh hang on real quick, sell your board and bench, gain 4 random 2-star once-cost champions, disable your shop for the next 3 rounds. Interesting. Spoils of War will give me extra cash, gain a random 2-cost champion now, getting the same one again every time you level up. Interesting. Let's sell this one, although that seems interesting. Let's roll this one too. Give your Vi, your strongest Vi gains attack speed and her ability dashes to the first target. Ooh, that's really fun. That would require me to do a Cypher composition, which I don't have anything on right now, but I'm open to it. Let's go with the Caretaker's Ally. Get a random level 2 and build it from there. Okay, what was our level 2? Veigar, huh? Nice. So is Veigar going to be our level 2? Yep. Okay, so gain a random 2-cost champion now. Gain the same one again every time that you level up. So Veigar is actually really good with Poppy, who I have as a level 2. So now I have my composition being built. But I need to figure out what I want to do with this comp. And right now, I have AD items being offered to me. And that's where I can use past experience to be helpful. Let's sell all these real quick. Get them off of our board. Don't need Shaco. We have a team planner here, and these are some of my favorite comps that I've been working on. And I actually have a Veigar comp right here that we can build into. So let's go ahead and click that bad boy. And then we want to do this right here. Bam, this little slider. And now, whenever I have any of these characters show up in my shop, there will be a little green flag showcasing that it's available to me. Okay, we're going to be looking for mana generation and AP items. Tear of the Goddess and the Rod fit those criteria. Let's grab both of those, and we'll go ahead and grab one more Tear of the Goddess. We'll apply this to Veigar, and this is great. Gain 10 mana after casting, and when the holder gets a takedown, they deal 5% more damage for 8 seconds. So I'm going to build up Veigar to be my early game carry. Now that I know when I level up and be getting Veigar's offered to me, there's a good chance I can turn him into a level 3, which is the strongest form a character can be in this game. Now, this Jax doesn't really help me out too much, and he's good right now because he's just a nice walking stat board that allows for Veigar to have time to cast his abilities. But he doesn't build anything into my traits here on the far left, which is another element of the game that I'm handling. I know, it's a lot, right? So right now, we know we want to build a cyber boss composition. This requires 4 different characters. And we want to build things that are going to help out Veigar. He has Techie on his side, which if we get another Techie, enemies hit by their abilities deal 10% less damage. It buys time in compositions. So we're going to be looking to do that in the future here. Let's go ahead and grab a 4th character. None of these are helpful, but we do see a Techie here. So we'll go ahead and grab that for now. And that will give me just a little bit more AP, which helps out Veigar. And then we'll now do the passive. Enemies hit by abilities from Seraphim and Veigar will do 10% less damage for 3 seconds. So our hope is that when Veigar casts, this front line becomes a little bit weaker. And the good news is it is AoE as well. Same here for Seraphim, to where our front line can stay alive just long enough for him to be able to cast the spells. And it's looking like we're doing okay. Just okay, though. But we barely do pull off the win. Now, there are a couple of things for you to note and be aware about when it comes to win streaks and loss streaks. Oh, hang on. This is a carousel round. After 3 rounds, whoever is on the lowest health bar will get to go first. Second will go afterwards. I'm going to be looking for rods here, and there's one right over there, or tears, to build up my Veigar. It's my priority to make him really strong. So we'll go ahead and do that, and I get the first one. And I have a couple of options here, actually. If I need healing on my front line, I can combine my rod with a sword to make a... Oh, God, what's the word for it? Oh, I don't know the word off the top of my head. But anyways, it does damage, it heals you, and it heals a frontliner, or whoever's low on HP. Let me get you the exact name right now. We'll sell the Darius for the extra dollars. Okay, here we go. It's called a Hex Tech Gunblade. Or I can go for crit damage and try to get for kills. I'm going to go ahead and go for the kills right now. I do have a front line, and both of them are silvers. They don't really need the healing as much. So we're going to be okay in that regard. These 2 items can create something that's useful for me, but not needed now. A Giant Slayer. If you see that your lobby has a lot of tanks, this is definitely worth and recommended to pick up. Now, you see a little green mark here? This is part of my team planner comp. That's what will happen whenever it shows up in the field. So let's go ahead and grab one of those. This one's being highlighted because I have it on the board, but again, I'm going to sell this guy. Probably on the next turn, actually. And get Echo in instead. Echo will be good for me because Echo has Strategist, which is something that I'm going to be building this composition. Strategist makes my front line a little bit more durable, and my back line have a little bit more mana generation, if I remember correctly. Let me look here. Allies in the front row gain durability, and Strategist will get triple. Allies in the back row will gain damage amp. Oh, excuse me, damage amp. So a little bit more damage coming in for Veigar. Let's go ahead and commit to this guy. Actually, we just want to fight. Technically, this guy is tankier and gives me more time. I'm going to go ahead and leave him in to make sure I get one more win, right? Because if I can get to 5 wins, I get +2 gold per turn. Oh my gosh, and here's one more element. I know I'm just bombarding your brain. Here we have a lot of gold coming in. Every increment of 10 will give you +1 interest, right? Up to a maximum of 50. So I have +3 gold coming in because I'm at 30 per turn. That's why I'm not spending my money. I'm trying to invest in my future. And investing in your future seems like a pretty good idea in this game, especially this set in particular, as a lot of the goldens that we'll get later on are going to be showing up, and those things are very powerful. Oh, I guess while I'm talking about that, let's get through our PvE phase, and then I'm going to tell you guys about these stats down here. Alright, so at the end of a round, so we're on round 2, right? 2-7. At the end of a round, you get a PvE round. These things will die, and they will give you different things. It could be money, it could be items, it can be other characters for you to sell, or even characters that could fit into your composition. So we'll definitely consider what pops up here. My goal at the end of this is to be at 50 gold, which we're pretty close to that goal. Let's see what they give us first. Our Veigar shells away. I also don't really need this Poppy, by the way. If I don't put any items on her, it's not really worth building a gold. So we're probably going to sell her at some point. She's worth $1. We've got another rod, which we do like. So now we can make our 3rd and final item on Veigar. And now we have him in best in slot for this composition. BIS. It's a very, very common term. We didn't get much money, so we're not going to hit the 50, but we were awarded a decent amount of items, which we can utilize. We find a little Blanc because we a part of our composition. She has that Strategist. So we're actually going to commit to her because we're currently on a win streak and I want to keep that going. We're going to put LeBlanc on the field and Echo. And then we're going to go ahead and sell this Jax and save over $50. And then we're probably going to go ahead and commit some of these tanky items to the front line, just to make sure that we have a chance here. We'll go ahead and do this in the Sunfire Cape. And then we're going to go ahead and give her a Titan's Resolve. Now, the Titan's Resolve would be good on a lot of my characters later on. You could take these off of them and give them your stronger characters later, but for now, they should be able to help hold. And there's only one ideal item that I'm missing right now, which is called a Ionic Spark. What it does is, anytime a spell is used around the character, it will shoot a beam of damage, but also it will shred the magic resist of your opponent that is close to them, making Veigar, who's doing a lot of magic damage, a little bit stronger. Okay, the first time you activate 8 non-unique traits for one combat, you gain 6 random emblems. Not going to be doing that here. We do have Ionic Spark actually offered to us that I was discussing earlier, but it also has the advantage of +3 hex radius and doing more damage, which is awesome. Let's go ahead and look at these though before we decide. 2 lesser champions could be good for getting a triple. If an ally starts combat next to you, get health. And little buddies, your 4 cost and 5 cost champions gain 55 health and 6% attack speed for every 1 cost on your board. That might be really good, because I actually am having a lot of 2 costs and 1 cost coming up later on for my late game. But that is investing in the late game. I'm going to go ahead and go for the Ionic Spark and invest now to try and get some win streaks. Let's go ahead and grab that augment. We'll grab that, and we're going to toss that here on top of our Poppy. Just have them hold the front line, and then we're going to invest the rest of our money into ranking up. Now, we were talking about this bar earlier. This bar is your level 1s, 2, 3, 4, and 5 minions that you will be playing. Oh, hang on, are we going to win this? That's a really tinky Mundo. And that's a golden Zyra. Look at that. That's such a good pickup for them. If I can get a couple of kills here at least. Nice. Whenever you are rolling at certain levels, it will give you a different stat of what the chances are of you finding the things that you need. I am looking for a lot of greens in this composition, so I'm going to be stopping at level 6. 40% chance to find the characters that I need, and look at that. They show up just in time. We're going to be looking for a LeBlanc and a Shyvana. All of these build into my composition. Shyvana has Nitro, Bastion, and Techie. Techie is something that we're building here, right? So we're probably going to get rid of the Seraphim, because the Seraphim is not part of my composition whenever I find something to take her place. Now, I'm going to show you a high-level strategy when it comes down to rolling. But let's see if we get our win here first. The goal, when we're rolling down, by the way, is to try and build out as many silvers as we can, or if you feel like you're in a good spot, like I might be here, to get a golden. Now, I have the advantage of Caretaker's ally giving me a Veigar every time that I level up over here. And I need 9 Veigars to have a golden. I currently have 5. 3 here and 2 here. And we know we're going to level up 2 more times. So I need to find, essentially, 2 more Veigars, and then I'm a happy boy. Let's go ahead and look into our late game. Our late game, we're going to be wanting Kabuko, who is going to be a AP frontliner. So we're going to try and build items for him. Rods, Negatrons could be good for us, as well as armor. Try and get that rod. We don't get it. Let's go ahead and go for the Negatron. This is magic resistance. We want him to be able to stay alive and cast his abilities, so things like that can be effective. And this is where you want to go look in the lobby and see what everyone's kind of building. We got AD here, AD here, AD damage here, but that gets some MR in there mixed in. A little bit of AD. A little bit of AP, not too much, but mostly AD. It looks like this lobby is actually very AD heavy. Oh, there's an AP. So we might want to be building more armor than we do magic resist, so something to consider for us in the future. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab every single green that pops up for us above $50. And what it's going to do is take the greens out of the pool of minions that can show up so we can find the ones that we care about. LeBlanc, Veigar, etc. I actually might put this one on the board. This is a Divin Corp. Divin Corps are really nice for kind of bridging your gameplay in TFT, as it is a global buff to your entire team, right? So if I put this guy on the field, his Divin Corp buff is that he's going to give the entire team armor and magic resist. And the Seraphim is kind of obsolete, right? She's giving me 3 techie, but I need 4 for the next percentage here, and I'm not going to have a 4 techie for a bit. Let's go ahead and grab one more green here. So let's go ahead and put this on the field, and we can get rid of Seraphim. This also makes our front line a little bit stronger, which is what we're looking for. Okay, let's go ahead and keep grabbing our greens. We're gonna roll. Oh, that's techie right there for Bran, but not needed. There's our level 2 LeBlanc. Rolling down, we get our Neferi level 2. And getting level 2 is good for you on this threat as well, because it takes more out of the board. So if you ever are in this scenario, don't be afraid to try and get pairs, right? Let's roll again. Find our Jhin. There we go. And once we have a couple of level 2s, let's go back to 50. We're going to get rid of this guy, and we're back to 50. And now we have a total of 6 greens missing from the pool while we look for our other characters that we care about. Pretty cool, huh? Now, we're hoping to get level 2 Shyvana. Shyvana is a great tank here for at least the next couple of rounds. So let's hang out here and try to roll down. We're going to try and get Veigar here to level 2. We know we want to get at least 2 more of those. We want to find at least 2 more Shyvanas. Our LeBlanc we're okay on. And then we want to get our Echo to a level 2 as well. And Rast would be great too. So let's go ahead and go that way. Here we go. Twisted Fate. Okay, once we're full up, we can go ahead and roll. I'm going to go down to 40 here. Oh, we find our Echo. Great. Let's go ahead and grab that. Probably should have sold the Vayne. We find a Rast. We can sell the Vayne. Roll again. Roll again. And we find one Shyvana. We'll get rid of a TF here. There we go. Grab what we can here. Get a couple of items, some decent money. We're not quite over 50 yet. Yes, now we're over 50. We're fine. Cool. Let's go for one more round phase. And at this point, we're trying to decide, okay, can we get out of here? We find our Darius. There we go. We'll grab one more of those. We find our Veigar, level 2. Roll again. LeBlanc, LeBlanc, LeBlanc. Yuumi is a character we actually need later on. We can grab him for now. Let's roll. We find Shyvana level 2. We would love to find an Echo. There's our Rast. Bam, bam. Come on. There's our Echo. Nice. Now we can sell everything, because we feel pretty good about that. We're back to 50. And now we have a couple of glitched items. This is set specific. These will change every single turn, so you want to keep an eye on these and find things that you need. Currently, we don't have that option to us, and we're looking for armor in particular, right? We have an Ionic Spark. I'm going to throw that on Shyvana. Just want to have 2 of those available to me, and I'll probably split those out a little bit better to make sure our front line is doing well. You can kind of see how Veigar's damage is being amplified now as he cleans up. Now, our main goal has been going into ranking up. We want to try and get to level 8 as quickly as we can. The Ziggs will be able to be in this composition to help out with that Cyber Boss proc, and then with Kabuko, and then we're going to be completely on our 8 setup. So we want to try and rush that down. Gain 1 random support item and 2 random 4-cost champions could be really good for us. Gain a random component and 2 random tier 3 champions, or Pandora's Bench, which will trade out my characters on the bottom. Don't want that. Your team gains armor and magics for each unit that starts combat in the first 2 rows. You can get attack damage here as well. Bulky buddies and rolling for days. The start of combat next to exactly one other ally gain 100 health when the other champion dies. The other gains a shield. Could be good for staying alive, which is something we want for Veigar. Let's go ahead and roll. You start combat in the back row. Begin combat at 9% health but guild damage. That's actually good for me because I have healing on Veigar. I'm going to pick up Glass Cannon and try to get some extra damage. Speaking of Veigar, I just found an extra one, which is good for us. Let's go ahead and rank up. Let's go all the way up to 7. We're on a 4-game win streak, which will give us 1 more Veigar. We want to try and keep this win going up. If we hit 1 more win, we will get the +2 gold per turn, and then after that, +6, which can be +3. Now, I am starting to see an issue that my composition can't handle quite well, and you see how this front line is very, very tanky. It's a golden, it has a lot of armor, and a war mogs. So I might need to consider moving into giant killers or things that can kill off frontliners better, because that is going to be an issue for me. There are options that are in this game, such as Morello's. Recurve bow into a sparring glove will make a last whisper, which will give you a sunder, which reduces armor in general. But we do need to put that on a target that can utilize that, right? For now, we are at level 7, and we have a majority of the comp we're looking for, and we have 1 extra spot with this, right? This Rast. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and go up to 8, and float on the health that we have. In terms of placements, we're in the top 3. We can afford to lose a little bit of health right now. While we sit here and wait. Ooh, we do find one of our Giant's belts. Let's go ahead and grab that bad boy for LeBlanc. We want to turn that into a Morello's to start working on those tanks. That'll give me that option. And we're going to go ahead and give her this Last Whisper as well to help some people down. Oh, I just screwed up the setup. Oh, I made a Gnasher's Tooth, which is actually good for her, but not good for what I was going for. That was a mistake. I should have been a little bit more careful. And it's kind of like the itemization that I'm trying to get down in TFT. If you screw up an item, while it can be good for the character, it might not be good for the lobby. And that's kind of what I'm struggling with right now. I needed something that would do damage to big, beefy men frontliners, right? And I might not have that option now because I just screwed up building an item. And I may have literally just thrown the game. That's how wild it is, right? We'll see if we can make some adjustments, though, to fix it. That was quite the mistake. We can go ahead and, I guess, grab this sword for now. You know what? Let's get the Negatron. We'll grab that. Let's get some more tanky items. I think I need more tanky items for Kabuko in particular. Grab that. Okay, so now we have a double Negatron. Let's go ahead and just commit to this. So this will give a little bit of healing on the front line. 9% max health, and every 2 seconds you heal for 2.5 of your health, which is going to be good for one of our late game carries. We'll sell this Alistar. We don't really need them. And that late game carry is going to be Kabuko. So at this point, we're pretty much locking in to try and find these two targets. At level 8, I will have a higher chance to do that, and that's when I'm going to start rolling down. So that's why I'm trying to rush level 8 right now to get that. And we want to do it as safely as we can, and we don't want to get picked off. Ooh, they have a Golden Poppy, and they have a Veigar as well. Very cool. I should beat him on the race to a Golden Veigar, though, because we have it coming at level 8. But he has a Golden Poppy, so we're going to have to make sure we're going to be able to kill his front line in the future. We'll see how this goes, because right now his front line is walloping me. Yeah, that Poppy looks really strong. But don't worry, it'll get better in the late game. He's very low on HP as well. Let's keep an eye on him. If he dies, he has minions that I want that will show up in the pool too, right? Like that Shyvana looked pretty good. I won't be able to have a high of chances rolling them as he did, but they will be in the pool, so they could show up. Okay, we have one more round until PvE, and then we want to commit to our level 8. We're at 60 HP, we're in the top 3. We have people that are currently winning. Let's go ahead and look at their boards. This one is very AD heavy, and his front line needs to be killed, so that's what I need the TrikSlyr for, or Morello's. This one looks pretty beatable, to be honest, if I can get through his front line, and that does fall off. He's running what's called a Nitro Comp, which is relatively strong, but it will fall off in the late game. And it looks like we might be able to get there. We'll see. Okay, so straight up into the match here. I probably would want to split these guys too. I think I talked about that earlier. So that way my Ionic Sparks are split out a little bit better. Get more spread on my damage. Okay. Solid damage on that front line. Okay, we take another L. We're going to get that +1 XCOM from our loss streak, and we're now going into PvE. Alright, so we lost about 20 HP this set, but we did get closer to the late game, which we were looking for. Let's go look at everybody else. He's at 6, he's at 7, he's at 8, 8, 7. Okay, it looks like everyone is just now about to make that stretch into the late game. We now have our Golden Veigar, which is pretty massive. And for now, I'm just going to go ahead and grab another frontliner. We'll probably want to start adjusting our compositions here to be a little bit more flexible and start gearing up for late game positioning. Sell that Elise, make sure we save our 50 gold. Cool. And now, the strategy that we had at level 6 where we rolled on greens, we're now going to do that on purples. We have a 24% chance for purples to show up. We're going to start picking those up and golds and tossing those on the ground when we can. Let's go ahead and change these up a little bit. Okay, let's roll. More purples. I actually may want to grab that brand for now. Let's bring him on the field here. He'll get a little bit of synergy with the techie strat that we have. Spread these guys out, let them be in the front line a bit better. This guy's in a nice safe spot, hopefully. And we roll. Find a couple more purples. Let's grab those. We do have a Negatron Cloak. Not really finding the healing we want as much, right? What can I make here that would be useful to me? Maybe Adaptive Helm? Let's grab that. Give that a little bit more of a stretch. Ooh, that golden Veigar, if he had one more cast on me, may have killed that. Okay, let's sell these 3. Make sure we stay over 50. And then probably around like 30 HP is where I'm going to spend all my money and just go for my late game comp. And this is the struggle that I think has got me kind of stuck in the spot, is like, technically, I shouldn't have any issues finding a Kabuko and a Ziggs if I'm scouting my opponents, but we'll have to see. Ooh, a level 2 brand. We'll take it. Not a bad pickup. Purple. Okay. Let's go scout anybody else. See if they have the Kabuko that we're looking for. Or the Ziggs. Not looking like it. So they should be showing up for me. And sometimes you just have to just rely on the heart of the cards, huh? Let's do it this way. That feels better. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anything. Should be a good chance for us. Ooh, possible level 2 on the Yuumi, just to help out a little bit. Let's go ahead and throw this on you. Got a Jack Show, so that will give them a little bit more tankiness in the front line. Again, everything is all about trying to buy time for this Veigar so we can get his spells off. Ooh, been CC'd. Couple of good shots. Oh my god, he was able to get 3 or 4 kills there, so don't take as much damage, but starting to get a little on the dire side, isn't it? Okay. Finally, we find our Ziggs, so that's 1 that we needed. We now have 3 Cyber Boss, so we need to find 1 more. Yuumi. Okay. There's a Renekton. Renekton can be pretty useful in our compositions. I'm actually gonna pick him up, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and pick him up. He's a golden. We'll put him back there. He wants to buy someone with decent damage. Which I guess we'll go ahead and take a bite on the LeBlanc. Okay, we'll sell these. We're looking for a golden now. So I'm going to keep my goldens on the field. And by on the field, I mean here on my bench. Let's see how the Renekton does. He runs in, gets off a decent ult. He's a nice tanky boy, so that's helpful. He's kind of just holding it down for right now. Oh boy. Good shots. I need to hit this. Oh, not quite. Ooh, I need my late game Kabuko. Man, I need it. Ooh, this redemption might be really good for me as an item. Just to make sure we can stay alive. Yeah, I think I'm going to pick that up here. No Giant Slayer or anything. No Morellos. Looks like that was actually taken. Let's go ahead and go for this Static Shiv. And I'll apply that on her. And let her get attack speed. So every 3 attacks, that will do a lightning bolt. That will do a thunder on everybody. So that should be helpful. Not amazing, but it'll be helpful. Let's put that here. And we're going to go ahead and roll down because we're low on health now. We're down at 17. So we're just going to go ahead and commit. We'll take the big purple things that we can. We're going to try and find this Kabuko. And sometimes the game just doesn't give it to you. Which seems to be what's happening right now. And just like that, we kind of got bodied. So now let's go ahead and sell all these. We roll again. Urgot Samura. God of Night. Yeah. And sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. Okay, we got 4 different Goldens. But we might get knocked out here. Let's see. It's gonna be close. Whew. Not quite knocked out, but we are down to 6 HP. We gotta find our 5th item or we might lose here. We are in the top 6, but top 4 is a win, right? Come on, let's go, buddy. Time to show up. We're just rolling because we are literally on our deathbed. If we don't get it, we lose. Let's grab that Renekton. We sell these guys. That is so crazy. You know how unlucky we are? We are so unlucky. Well, hopefully we can pull off this win here and get another day to breathe. This is a person that is currently in top 2. This is a frontline tank that I was having a hard time beating. Let's see if we can luck out here. Couple of shots going off. Decent damage. That front line is looking very unkillable. Oh no! It looks like we're gonna lose. And let's see what placement we get. If we get top 4, at least we get a win. We're waiting for these two to get figured out. Maybe they take bigger damage than I took. Let's see. Come on. And we actually get 4th place. So not too bad. Technically a win. Regardless, guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow.